Hello, hello, hello. Let me see. Anybody in the comments yet? Come on, move out my way, thing. Oh, come on. I'm trying to do things here. I'm about to put the thing in there. Okay. Anybody out there yet? I'm waiting. Not here. Gonna do our pickers. Our first game is gonna be Thursday night. The start of the NFL season. Yes. I can't wait to Sunday. But our first game. 49ers. And I'm a little early. Let me see. No? 7:05. Okay. David, where are you? Come on. I want to put some more people to get in here. The link is in chat. Anybody out there? Hey, David. Ready? The link is in there. You come on aboard. The link is in there. Okay, let me see what it is. Bring it up where I can see it. Hi, Corey. Hey, David.
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Are you ready?
Well, gotta pause my YouTube there. There we go. Okay.
Let me see.
If I don't do that, it causes a good echo on this end.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can hear it. I have my tablet set up so it shouldn't echo, but I don't know.
Let me see. Let me share the message here to some people. Reminder. CG.
I think John Jay wanted to come. I'm not sure if he could though.
Yeah. He told me to see me here. Okay.
Wonder. Search. I don't think he's on here.
I forgot. I meant to see if I had Brian Cook. He wanted to do it too. He was asking John Jay to start one. I don't know if you got my message, so I do it on. And I meant to look see if I have him as a Facebook friend.
I don't think he's on. I don't think he's on FB.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, maybe this was us two today. Let's see.
Oh my God, I can't believe he's on here.
Ooh.
Bryant Culp is on Facebook.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah, if you go up in your search engine and just Bryant Culp, it's like the first one on my list. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Do I have to block you? Sorry.
Well, we got Buffalo at LA Rams. Who you got, David?
I got the Bills.
The Bills.
I got the Bills winning in very close fashion, but I have the Bills. A lot of people are telling me I'm wrong. I know they're traveling across the nation. I know that's not in their favor. But I just don't see the Rams beating them. That they lost a lot of starters this offseason. They, brought in some guys to replace them, but we don't know what some of those guys are going to do, especially that wide receiver from the Bears, Robinson. That guy's been, everyone says he's good, and that's what people have said his whole career, but we, haven't seen him actually do anything.
Yeah. I'm kind of prejudiced here because I want the Bills to win. But I kind of feel like Rams going to win because it's at their home. But I'm going with the Bills.
Okay. Trying to explain to this lady. Yeah, but I've been talking to this lady on, it was like an internet dating site for a little bit now. And now she's like, there's a lot of scammers on the internet, Corey.
Yeah.
And a lot of them try hard. They'll stick with you. They'll tell you what you want to hear. And I am very skeptical about every single lady I meet on the internet. They're not playing me for a dummy. That's just not going to happen. I'm kind of thinking about like no more of this internet dating stuff, just to try to meet people that I don't in real life. And I'm just going to stick to the ladies I meet in real life. I meet plenty of ladies in real life. There's no shortage. So, yeah. Anyways.
Yep. Brian Cup said the Bills. He is in here.
Bills. Hey, you can click on the stream if you're in a position to there, Bryant.
Yep. Link is in the chat.
If not, you're participating, so it don't matter. But
yeah.
On a weird angle.
Yeah, our big Thursday night game. I'm hoping the Bills beat the Rams. I hope. I'm going with the Bills.
I look at the Rams, dude. The Rams have a brutal schedule, and I honestly think that they could possibly start out 1-3 if they don't, because that they play the Cardinals. Oh boy, but they play the Cardinal, the Bills, and the Cardinals. I think they play a junk team. I don't know their whole schedule, and then they play us. So realistically, starting out that slow after going to the Super Bowl is not ideal for them, but it could possibly happen. Or they could go 2-2 to start. You never know. or they could be who we think they are. No, I'm not going to go all Denny Green.
Okay, Sunday, all the big games. We have our first game is New Orleans at Atlanta.
New Orleans at Atlanta. I have to go with the Saints on that one, on this one.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a lot of proven players, and, you know, the Falcons are the Falcons. They got Marcus Mariota as QB1, and didn't they picked one of those quarterbacks that I don't know the name of because of how bad the quarterback class was this year.
Yeah, I'm going with you with the New Orleans Saints. Even because right now Atlanta's Saints, they both rebuilding. They both, you know, since out James Winston come off that injury.
I mean, you know, Sean Payton left them because he knows that in the next couple of years they're going to be in a total rebuild. You know, their salary cap situation, they've been kicking the can down the road. They're about to pay for that.
Yeah. So what you think, Brian? Did you type anything yet? No. Bills. So who you think will win out of that game, Brian? Are you still with us? Or did we lose you? He might come in later and say
he might be trying to get in a better position to log on the stream too. You never know.
Yeah. Okay. We all know we're going to pick this next game. Chicago Bears. San Francisco 49ers at Chicago Bears.
Well, of course I'm picking the Niners.
Yeah.
I've been talking a lot of smack to that one guy. I'm sure you know all about that.
Yeah, Michael.
But I honestly expected. I mean, you know, it's our first game with Trey Lance as starter. The first couple games, we don't typically start out that hot, which I'm hoping that changed. Because last year, I honestly think DeMeco Ryans was kind of getting a feel for what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the last 9 games, we climbed the total yardage rank to third overall. And, I mean, our defense was really good that last 9 games. So here we are starting the new season, and he has a season under his belt. So I'm honestly thinking our defense is going to start out the way they did, the way they ended the year. Maybe even a little better with the, you know, Tavarius Ward signing. I really like that. But, yeah, the only question is, what's Shanahan going to do on offense? Is he going to – I mean, last year he started putting Jimmy G, you know, in the shotgun and doing stuff he normally doesn't do. But, I mean, you know, this time he's got Trey Lance and I just don't know how that is quite going to work out. Like, what's he going to do? I know what he's going to do. He's going to run the rock, and then he's not going to put the game on Lance. He's going to let the kid play and get a feel for what he's doing before he starts doing that.
Yesterday, I was arguing with this Cowboy fan. Last night, was it yesterday or the day before? One of them days. Yesterday or the last night. I was having an argument with a Cowboy fan because he was saying that the Bears gonna beat the 49ers. He said Joseph Fields a little bit better than Trey Lance. He said he got more experience.
Well, and that's they're not the only 2 people on the field. I mean, you know, our defense is going to be better. We got some question marks in the interior of that offensive line, but I expect, you know, I expect Aaron Banks to do well.
Yeah.
Brendel, as long as he's average and can actually snap the ball, we'll be all right there. Burford, I mean, he has all the physical tools, and I'm even Josh Garnett could run the ball. He just couldn't pass block. So, I mean, and running the ball is what we're going to do. So I'm pretty sure those guys are going to end up being okay.
Yeah, but he also, he had nerves. I said, where you been the past few days, few weeks? He said, oh, the 49ers are going to lose to Seattle. Seattle's better than the 49ers. I said, wait a minute. Seattle's not better than the 49ers. You don't have no quarterback. They taking this year. He's like, oh, your 49ers taking. I said, no. I said, we got our quarterback.
Did you see Squabo on the NFC West roundtable?
Nut.
He was straight up. He picked his team to win 3 games. I was like, dang. Like, he's got no confidence.
No. Yeah, I was like, Seattle's tanking this year. See, if you've been watching, I've been telling you to go to YouTube lives and watch them. You hear a lot of Seattle fans saying they're not winning this year. He said, Seattle gonna get a quarterback from y'all. I said, what quarterback? We already released one quarterback. That's Nate Sumfield. And he went to the Lions. He ain't going to Seattle. And Jimmy G not going to Seattle. Jimmy G's our backup. He was like, oh. So, man, you need to stop smoking. You need to stay off them weed. And that bad weed that you're thinking wrong. I said, your Cowboys don't play the 49ers this season unless we both make the playoffs.
I don't know if the Cowboys are even going to make the playoffs. They lost a lot this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I could see him being 9-8 and barely missing. Yeah. But I can also see them going 7-10 and getting McCarthy fired. So,
Brian Cup, you still out there, still waiting on your answer for the New Orleans and the Falcons, and now we're on the 49ers and the Bears. And I already know you're going to pick the 49ers for the Bears. But I wonder who you're going to pick out the Saints and the Falcons.
Nope, they're not. I was just seeing if maybe John Jay was on another one.
Yeah.
What the heck was that?
I know earlier he was on one. He had his open. He had two people on there. I can't think of the names. And I was on his, and he said, and that's when he told me he'll see me tonight. He said, I see, because it was a John Jay, and he said, I'll see you tonight, Corey, on yours.
All right, well, I don't, he's not on YTC. No one else out of that crew is even on right now.
Yeah. Okay, our next game, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. And I'm going with the home team, Cincinnati Bengals, the almost Super Bowl champions.
A lot of people are saying don't sleep on the Steelers, but at the same time, We don't know what Mitch Trubisky's actually going to do. So I'm picking the Bengals.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm picking the Bengals too because I don't know about still Mr. Trubisky. I don't know how he's gonna fare well with the team. It all depends. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Brian, if he's still there. I know I'm stuck on this.
I know he's got a family. Maybe he got distracted.
Yeah. Okay. Next game. Patriots at Miami.
I got to go with the Dolphins because the Patriots don't play good down there.
Okay. Yes, I'm going with two. And Miami's at home. And only question I have is how their quarterback took the game. That's the name.
Tua? I just call him Tua. That's what everybody else does.
How he does. But I'm going to go away with Miami.
Their offense should actually favor him because you know it's McDaniels and he's going to be running the ball a lot.
It's what's the name? I wonder if Raheem Mustard gonna be able to make it through a season.
I don't know. I honestly think that we may have repaired his knee last year, and you know he's all better now. But we won't know until he starts playing, and we'll see. But you know the Niners obviously made the choice to move on and go younger running back, keeping Mason. You know, drafting TDP. And I can't believe who did Sherman get picked up by the Eagles?
Yep. I'm surprised Seattle was all saying when we drop a run back, Seattle's gonna grab him. They didn't.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't either because of their running back room. I mean, you have Rashard Penny and then I don't even know the name of the rest of the guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Our next game, Baltimore Ravens, New York Jets.
Oh, I'm going to pick the Ravens on that one because the Jets have Joe Flacco starting. I don't know if it would have mattered, to be honest.
Yeah, I would think the same thing. I think it wouldn't matter because I think Baltimore will beat the Jets still.
Hey, John Harbaugh is a good head coach. So.
And then, what's this stuff? I could block this stuff coming up on my screen. Our next one is Jacksonville at the Washington Commanders. This game is a toss-up here.
We don't know what Jacksonville is going to do. The Commanders, I mean, they have a decent defense.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go the Commies in a close one.
Yeah, me too. And I'm going with the Commanders.
Oh,
There's no Brian Cup yet. Nobody else chimed in yet. Anybody out there, you can join us. Feel free. I welcome all people. You can be Giants fans. You can be Raven fans.
You could even be a Seahawks fan. You could still come in.
Okay, after we got Cleveland Browns at Carolina.
Let's see. The Browns are cursed. I'm going with the Panthers.
Yeah, me too. I don't know how good was the quarterback, the Browns quarterback.
Jacoby Brissett?
Yeah, Brissett. He's an up and down quarterback. Sometimes he has a real good game. And this game he played terrible.
Well, you remember last season the Panthers started out like 4-1. And then they, tailed off, and they did beat the Cardinals in Cam Newton's "I'm back" game.
Yep.
That was pretty awesome, but
Yeah. And also Baker Mayfield's coming down. He's coming. He's playing against his own team. Yep. Cleveland Browns. So he want to show Cleveland that he got new keys to stadiums.
Well, you remember all those commercials. He was living there.
Yep. Okay. Next game. Colts at Houston.
I don't think this is a hard one. Colts.
Yeah. Come on, leave me alone.
The Texans need something called talent.
Let's go Bills. Still saying. Brian Cup, he lost you. Thought you was gonna be in our conversation. Tell us.
Yeah.
I didn't mark that. Colts. Okay. Eagles at Detroit. Detroit is playing a little better. Also Eagles. But you know what? I'm gonna go with the home team.
That's kind of so. It's Detroit at Philadelphia.
No, Philadelphia at Detroit.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Yeah, I'm going with Detroit, even though.
You know what? I'm going to go with the Lions too, just because. I mean, they've been building for a couple seasons, and they actually do have a decent head coach.
Yeah.
So, as for the Eagles, I think they're so overhyped it's not funny. But we'll find out.
YTC, your team next. We're talking about your Giants at Tennessee.
I have to go with the Titans because I know they're Well, hold on. They're going to be missing their top pass rusher. No, still going with the Titans.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm going to go with the home team to beat the Giants. And even YTC was kind of iffy about his team winning first game. He said,
Well,
I would like them to win, but
well, Derrick Henry's coming back from an ACL tear, so I don't know. Sorry about that. I went to work at like, let's see, 13, 14, 15. I was at work around 15 and a half hours ago, so I'm a little tired.
I didn't go to work. I had to go to the doctor today. They gave me this.
Huh.
Trying to put the swelling down. Go down. And then we got Green Bay at Minnesota.
Ooh.
Do I want to go against Aaron Rodgers? The boy, Aaron Rodgers, the man, the GOAT.
Well, I'm actually going with the Vikings on this one. Because, the Packers are, everyone's hyping the living crap out of them. Oh, their defense is good. They added some players. That doesn't mean they're going to mesh.
Yep. Yeah, I'll let you go with Minnesota. I'm going to go with Green Bay. I was thinking Green Bay. I don't know if I can trust Kirk Cousins. I know she changed her name. Lady, hippity lady. She was like, no. I don't like Kirk Cousins. I'm going to go Green Bay. Just one. So we only got one team we disagree. Hear me, Dave?
Now, who?
I said we only got one team that we disagreed.
The Vikings and the Packers?
Yeah. You picked the Vikings, I picked the Packers.
Wow. Huh.
Okay. Two birds are facing each other. No, I'm sorry, not two birds. I forgot. It's Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs and Arizona. Dave is here. I mean, not Dave. Brian is here.
Is he? Oh, sweet.
Hey, David. Hey, Corey. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
Pretty good, Brian. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. It's mighty hot right here where I live at. We're just trying to get through the evening.
Yeah, we doing the picks. And so let me get you caught up. Okay, me and Dave picked New Orleans Saints Atlanta. Who do you have on that one?
New Orleans.
Yes. And then I don't know why I asked this question. 49ers at Chicago.
We're gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weather game though. I guess it's gonna rain, so that's gonna
Yeah.
make it interesting. So.
Pittsburgh.
So we run for 250 instead of throw. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really happy with them running the ball. You know, is they can run the ball 10 minutes, and I'm happy with it. You know, and get the ball to the other team for just a couple minutes and a quarter. I'm really good with that.
Yeah. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
Now that's a good game. I'm gonna say Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Yeah, me and Dave chose Cincinnati. New England at Miami.
That might be a fun game too. Just for kicks and giggles, it's week 1. I'll say Miami.
Okay. Same team. We both picked Miami. Me and Dave.
Yeah, they got a new head coach. They're gonna have like basically a new offense. I think they'll all be really hyped for that game.
Yeah. Baltimore Ravens at New York Jets.
I think it's gonna be the Ravens.
Yep. Me and Dave chose the Ravens. We only had one game that me and Dave disagreed on. I'll get to them in a minute. Okay, Jacksonville at Washington.
I'd like to say Jacksonville. Because both of the teams are basically in the same transitioning period. They're both rebuilding or shaping their offense. It's something for. I'm gonna just say Jacksonville. I'll say Jacksonville.
Okay, me and David picked Washington.
Something tells me it's gonna be Washington, but I'm just gonna go with Jacksonville on that one.
Okay. The Cleveland Browns at Carolina.
Baker Mayfield came out and said that he wants to make that like a revenge game, and that was going to be an interesting game. And it's at Carolina, right?
Yeah.
I would say Carolina.
Yeah, we did too. Me and Dave said Carolina. Indianapolis Colts at Houston.
Ooh, Matt Ryan's now the quarterback for Indy. Let's go Indy.
Same thing. Me and David picked the Colts. Eagles at Detroit.
Let's go Eagles. But Detroit could win that game just on record, but let's go Eagles.
We would both went Detroit.
Oh, wow. Don Burr will love you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate Don Burr.
No.
Me and him went at it in spectacular fashion this last offseason, but it was he gained respect for me, I gained respect for him type of thing. So
I see him in a lot of chats. I think he's really funny. I really think it's really neat that he supports his team the way he supports his team. I've seen him come in and just say, go Detroit, and just be quiet. I've seen him come in and mess with people. So I always say hi to him. He says hi back to me. So I think he's a cool dude. But
it's always Detroit versus everybody, right?
Everybody.
They were talking about him on Rambo show last night.
Oh, did you hear my rant on Rambo last night?
Oh, did you call in?
Yeah, I try to call in. I'm a frequent flyer. He had some people messing with him on Twitter, and he threw my name in the Twitter, thing. So people were like, "You can ask Bryant, his opinion." So people are saying that he doesn't like Trey Lance, and that's not necessarily true.
No.
I had to call in and tell him, yeah, that's not true. You root for any quarterback that's a Niner. So
Yeah,
I think he liked that. I got to talk for like 10
Yeah.
minutes.
yeah. Um, your Giants at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah, me and Dave picked that. Tennessee. Now, this is a game me and Dave didn't go eye together. We didn't pick. One of us picked one. Green Bay at Minnesota.
That's going to be a good game because Minnesota really wants to get ahead of Green Bay. I mean, Aaron Rodgers lost his weapons, but now he's got Christian Watson, Trey Lance's wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's actually hurt. Let me look at that.
I got him on my fantasy football team, but he's on the bench, so I'm not sure yet. He's like projected, I think, 7 points, but still. But you still have to gel. That could be a very interesting game. Packers could take the loss on that one because it's week 1 and they wouldn't be sweating so much. But
yeah,
Packers own that division. I want to say
Christian
Packers.
Watson, he's playing. It was just a preseason thing.
Okay.
So me and you pick Green Bay. David picked Minnesota.
And Minnesota could win that game. I just think it's going to be Green Bay.
Okay, we all caught up now. Kansas City. Oh well, we haven't. Kansas City in Arizona. Kansas City Chiefs at Arizona.
I have to go with the Red Chickens on this one because, Kansas City, this is their first real game without Tyreek Hill, so they have some things to figure out. And when it comes to the Cardinals, they always start out hot. So, the Red Chickens, they always start out hot. So I have to go with the Red Chickens.
I'm going.
Go ahead, Corey.
I'm going with Kansas City. I just think Mahomes, even without Tyreek, they still got Chelsea over there. They got other good receivers in that camp.
They got Juju.
Yep.
They got Juju, Valdez Scandling, and then they got that rookie. Why can't I never remember his name? Sky Moore. I mean, overall, if you look at their receiver core last year, they had Tyreek Hill, and then everyone else was like a really good number 3. So now, they have 3 guys that are really good number 2s. So they might actually have a better wide receiver core, but they still don't have Tyreek Hill to open everybody else up. That's my argument, anyway.
But they still have Kelsey.
Yeah.
That's true. How old is Kelsey? Isn't he like 32 now or something?
Yeah, he's getting up there. I'd have to Google his age. I don't know his age, but I know every year my wife plays fantasy football and she drafts Kelsey. She does really good every year. She's like the first person coming off the board. I look at her and I'm like, you really like him, don't you? So she laughs. But I'm gonna have to go Kansas City on this one too because I just don't think that they want to start off the year losing like they did in the playoffs and then coming off. And then Cardinals also have a couple wide receivers sitting out too, don't they? They have Hopkins sitting out for a couple of weeks.
Hopkins is out for the first 6 weeks on suspension, and Hollywood Brown isn't getting suspended for a speeding incident. So
I think
I heard about that. I was like, huh? I got caught in the state I live in going faster than that. And this is years ago. The officer must have been in a good mood because he didn't even write me up for reckless driving. He could have. He could have impounded my car, took my license, and literally hauled me off to jail. He wrote me up for going 8 over.
somebody's here.
I think I was over 50 miles an hour over the speed limit at that point.
Is it my boy John Jay?
Yo.
And I don't drive recklessly everywhere. Don't worry, guys. I mean, I was just there was no one else around. I was hitting the gas, and all of a sudden there was a cop sitting in the bushes. I mean, it was a good spot. I'll give him that. It was a great spot. Not just good. It was a great spot.
Well, I have to say, hey to John Jay, but I have to agree too. You drive the rules of the road. You don't want to be reckless or anything. But if no one's on the freeway and you're pushing 80 and you push up to 90 and still no one's on the freeway, you're just really risking yourself at that point. As long as you're, maintaining your, peripheral vision and all that other good stuff, you're maintaining your hands and what, not, goofing off. But I was driving in Kentucky, and Kentucky, it's really funny. If you've ever been to Kentucky, they got all these curvy roads, and they say that the people that were building the roads got paid by the mile. So that's why there's all these twists and turns. But I was going through, and it was like right after Labor Day, and my buddy was coming over to my house after work. We were working nights, and he was going to come over and have a beer with me. And he was right in front of me, and I was going down the road right behind him. And we were both going like maybe 75 or 80. I think the speed limit was like 65 or it was 70. And a highway trooper got us. And as I drove by, he flashed his light at me. So I was like, I better pull over too, because I don't want him coming after me for a highway speeding chase or pursuit. Or, I just tried to play it safe. So I just pulled over, and he come up to me and asked me how, what I was doing. And I told him the same thing. And what had happened is I reached behind my backpack was behind my chair, and I reached to get a soda, and I pulled the steering wheel down a little bit. So he said I swerved. And I was like, I'm not going to argue. I was just like, well, I was just trying to get my soda. And he said, well, I'm going to write you over for 8 over 2. So instead of getting a big fat ticket, I even got it expunged from the court. So that was really cool. Yeah, be careful. Definitely be careful.
Yeah, it was one of those, I ain't fighting this ticket, so I'm just going to pay it. I don't want to go to court and have to come tell, well, he was going about 125. I didn't want that.
No. Just pay it and get it over with.
Yeah. So John Jay.
Yep.
Who's going over the picks of our games? Who we gonna win? Think win.
Mm-hmm.
So who you got Thursday night? Buffalo Bills, LA Rams.
Well, I don't like the Rams, so I want the Bills to win. But to give you an answer, I think the Bills have a better team from top to bottom. So I'm gonna take the Bills.
Okay, so we all three, me, David, and Brian, picked the Bills. Then we went from Thursday night to Sunday. New Orleans, Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta. I don't know what's gonna happen to them this year. I'm not taking Atlanta.
So you agree with us? We all said New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I know me, Brian, and Dave. You gonna choose Michael team. Bears.
I know, like I don't know if you guys know who the Ghost of Judah Tribe, but this guy found my channel. I don't know how, and he dropped a super chat. I told him, don't come back to my channel. Don't give me your money, because I know what you've been doing the last couple of days, and he's actually been messing with some content creators I have respect for. Eric Crocker, I'm not the biggest Aponte fan, but I kind of felt bad for Aponte. That dude was just like, oh. But besides that, I'm gonna be realistic. No one is scoring 31 points, no matter what Michael says. I still think the 49ers are gonna win. And I don't think the Bears are going to score more than 14 points. I got the 49ers winning probably 27-14 if I had to make a prediction. But I'm sorry, Michael, you guys are not scoring 31 points.
Hey, let me jump in real quick. All respect to Michael and stuff, but in your channel today, when I asked him, I was just being silly. But when I asked him, like, what does bear down mean? And you can't tell me what bear down means, but you're gonna say it. Like, come on, man. How much of a bear fan are you? Like, you can't, chant, shout out the slogans and the chants and stuff and not know what they mean. It's like,
Yeah, it's just like go Niners to them.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I figured so much, but for him not to be able to give an answer and be like, "Oh, I don't know what it means," like he said he didn't know what it means. It's like,
You're a Bears fan. You should know. Never mind. Never. I'll stop. I don't want to be mean.
yeah, I don't want all respect to him and stuff, but I just thought that was funny.
Yeah.
When the Bears say bear down to me, this guy said bear down. I said, well, yeah, your bear's going down. 49ers gonna whoop you. You're going down.
That was fun.
That's right.
Yeah, I just didn't think it was like maybe again, people just have to think about the slogans a little bit better. But it's like when you say man down, you're thinking, okay, someone shot or dead. When you say bear down, did they shoot and kill the bear? I mean, like you don't want to lay down on the football field. So when you say get down, it's like.
I know. Again, I don't hate Michael, but if anyone saw CG's stream, like that's not who I am. But this dude Michael pays people to have someone get roasted, which where I come from, that's a no. So I had to give him a little piece of my mind. I didn't want to do that, but I was like, so I'm sorry, Michael, if you're listening, but yeah, you don't do that. Don't do that no more. Don't pay people because that's cowardly.
I've actually listened to one of these roasting videos before, and I was like, "Who's this guy? Like, who does he think he is? Huh?"
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, and then Michael's paid him like $315 to this point.
I know. And also, he also had to man up and said, "Yeah, I wasn't to pay on Gavin." I'm like, "Okay, Michael, now you're going a little bit too far because these are my boys." And at the end of the day, I didn't really appreciate it, and that's why a few days before that, I had to rip on CG because that doesn't make you famous. This random person who I don't even know, and for whatever the reason. So that's why. And CG, Michael, and YTC, they come from that community where they used to trash talk, but apparently they left the community, and now they're trying, the YouTube more respectable. But I don't do that stuff. I don't do that stuff. If you have a problem with me, just talk to me. Anyway.
Okay, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I think we all said that.
Let's see. Well, the Bengals are entering, after going to the Super Bowl. And the Steelers, they still have a good defense. And Trubisky's not a bad quarterback. I'm going to go with the Steelers. I'm going to think it's going to be a very close game. But if Trubisky plays very well and the defense is what I think it is, I think the Steelers are going to win.
Okay, the only one says Pittsburgh. All three of us said Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm. I still worry about their O-line. Still worry about that.
Okay, next, New England at Miami.
Ooh, that's a good one. This is the thing about Miami I don't like. The Brian Flores that did a good defense. He developed a good defense. It's just the owners, decided to go a different direction. Tua worries me because I'm not saying Tua is horrible. It's just that Tua doesn't really excite me. The Patriots, I think they're going to regress. I think Belichick might have his first losing season in a very long time. Because their offensive coordinator is a special teams coordinator. So I don't know how that's going to work. I'm going to take Miami because Miami has always beat the Patriots early in the year. I'm going to take Miami.
Yeah, we all said Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. Baltimore Ravens at New York Jets.
Oh, Baltimore, yeah, that's easy. The Jets, they got a lot of young, good players from the draft the last couple of seasons, but they need 2 more seasons before we can see what Robert Saleh's doing. Or yeah, the Ravens.
Mean said the Bengals, and he also said Miami and Baltimore. Okay.
What's up, Amin the Dream? Yeah.
Jacksonville at Washington.
Oh man. Now this is a tricky game. See, Jacksonville. I don't trust them yet, and I don't trust the Commanders as well. I'm gonna go with Washington. I think it's gonna be a toss-up game. Anyone can win it, but I'm gonna go with Washington.
I went with the commies because I honestly think their defense is better. But
until Doug Peterson can show that what happened in Philadelphia wasn't a fluke,
Oh, come on. You guys don't believe in Trent Baalke? Come on.
I never liked Trent Baalke. Never have. And I don't even want to talk about it because
hey, it's Amin the Dream. What's up, buddy?
I don't like Baalke either. I'm glad he's not a Niner, but with him being in Jacksonville, you guys still don't believe. I mean, he got pretty boy Trevor Lawrence there. You got to say his hair wins games.
Well, I will say this about the Jacksonville Jaguars: that their owner has real cash. Like basically, if he says, "Oh, I have $1 billion," he has that in cash. That guy owns part of a premier soccer team up in the UK. The guy has real money, so they I don't know what. Maybe he doesn't know American football very well, but the dude is loaded. I think with all the money he has, he could overspend for great coaches. He could overspend for a quarterback and everything. I just don't get that situation. But they have a good owner. I wish our owner was like him. I would rather trade the Yorks than take him. And I think I think he can flourish here in the Bay Area because with tech stuff.
I gotta say no, because if he was our owner, because he's rich, John, you're very right. But if he gets his way and he was the Niners owner, the Niners would be moving to England, and we don't want that. The only person who wants that is Gavin. Come on.
No. He one time was
he's gonna get the Jaguars in England
that's not gonna happen. He made a great point. He says he wished, but logistically it doesn't make sense. For any NFL team to move to England, it makes no sense. It does not, because you can never play a night game here in the, especially in the West Coast. They would have to play a 2 a.m. game if they're a primetime game. It would not make any sense.
It wouldn't make any sense, but they would have the bye week for both teams right afterwards, so they could justify it.
Yeah, but it wouldn't make any sense. And plus, players don't want it. The owners don't want it. He doesn't want it. He says it doesn't make any sense. If the NFL was only in the East Coast, maybe they would put 4 or 5 teams. But the U.S. is huge. It's 3 hours difference, so it wouldn't make any sense at all. That's why they do the international games how they do it, because they also want to have people in Asia watch it, which I don't understand that. But like I said, it is just a headache when you think about putting a team in London.
And you're very right, John.
You come in if you want to.
Mm-hmm. You're right, John, because if they had their way,
the link is in the chat.
Japan, they'd have one in Mexico and they'd have one in England right now.
You can't have a team in Mexico because it's only a 2-hour difference from East Coast. But it wouldn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
But if it happens, it's because of that owner pushing, because he's made it.
I know, because imagine let's say hypothetical, say the Jacksonville Jaguars win the Super Bowl and they have a great team. The NFL would want to put that team all games on prime time. They're like, hell no. My team is not going to play at 2 a.m. So we can accommodate also the West Coast fans. No. And it's not going to be one game. It's not going to be two games. They're going to try to put one Monday night game, one Thursday night game, the Sunday night game, and an additional fourth game so they can see those games on prime time. All the games in the West Coast time slot would always have to be 10 a.m. You can never have like it's sad. It's really, really sad. So logistically, it makes no sense. And you will lose money because, number one, who wants to go to a live game at 2 a.m. in the UK? You got to be a diehard football fan. And I don't even want to do that. So,
yeah. Mean and Dream, if you want to come in, the link is in the chat.
geez. I can go with 2 hours. It's like saying all the negatives of having a team in UK, but I'm not going to do that.
No, I'm not a fan of the international games or anything like that. It's NFL. It's the National Football League. It's not the World Football League. But they keep pushing it, and as much as we don't like it, they keep pushing it. They're going to push it till we get 2 bye weeks. They're going to push it till we get 18 to 19 more games. Well, not more games than 19 weeks. It's just going to keep happening, and they're going to justify everything by how many baseball games there is, how many basketball games there is, and it is what it is. But
but those games aren't as brutal on an athlete as an NFL game.
I know that is 100% true. Like the only reason the 17th game exists, and again, this is the thing about the NFL and its hypocrisy. How I don't like it. The players' union, they don't represent the players; they represent the commissioner, and they cave as little as possible from the players, so then they can always get that. And again, it's about the money. That's why a lot of people don't like the current players person because he basically works. And the NFL did something which is illegal. They said no person can run. Basically, every 5 years, the NFL will appoint someone to run against that. So you see that. So that's one huge problem. The players wanted more money, so they said, "Oh, we'll give you whatever you want. We'll give you all the money. We'll give you all the perks, whatever you need. We'll make it more feasible for the players. We want that 17th game." And the players caved. 52% of players voted for that 48% said hell no to that stupid 17 game. So it shows you that it's still unpopular. It's still unpopular with the players. That's what the union, they said, hey, we'll give you an extra $125,000 for the lowest level players. How do you feel about that? And they sold their soul. 52% of players sold their soul to get that extra $125,000.
YTC, hello. Would you like to come on in? We're doing the picks.
Yeah.
You like to come on in? Link is in the chat.
Yep. I believe what George Kittle said when he was with Kevin Hart. If you're going to have 18 games scheduled, do 2 buys so you can still have the integrity of 16 games. And then some teams can have early buys and then, later buys, et cetera. But anyway, I'm going to stop. My bad, Corey.
Okay, next is Cleveland at Carolina.
I've said this for the last 2 years. I'm going to take Cleveland, even though they don't have Watson, because Matt Rule, whatever the coach is, he doesn't know what he's doing. This is now his 5th. Well, hold on, 1, Bridgewater, Darnold. This is his 5th quarterback in 4 years. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
So you don't think Baker Mayfield gonna get his revenge?
Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback, but you started off with Teddy Bridgewater, then you went with Sam Darnold, then you brought in Cam Newton, and now you're bringing in that. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And they also use what's his name? The XFL quarterback from a few years ago.
What's up, Corey? How you been doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Mm-hmm.
So what? See who you think will win? I think the Browns.
Niners. Well, who?
Browns or Panthers?
Well, obviously Panthers. 21-16. Yeah.
Ooh, I disagree. Well, whatever. I went with Cleveland.
Cleveland is your upset. All right.
No, that's not an upset.
No, that's according to Vegas. Yeah, I think the Panthers are favored by 2.5.
Nah, that's not. I don't see that. I don't see that. They have no.
My two upsets are the Cardinals and Steelers. I think the Steelers are going to upset the Bengals week 1.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
And the Cardinals upset the Chiefs at home. So yeah.
And after
There we go. Dang, I had metal shavings in my friggin' phone charger. How'd that happen?
Whoa.
I'm
Coach
telling
at
you, when
Houston.
you run a machine and you're doing what I do, they get everywhere, okay?
You want to hear something worse? Like this guy just retired. He worked. Well, he was a landscaper for because we do have to keep maintain our grass and stuff. But when you have to climb a tree because it's about to like hit one of the lights, that's a sucky job. And when you're like basically cutting all that wood gets in your clothes, and goes in weird places. And one time he remembered, like he was like, "Wait a second, how did this piece of wood get to a place where the sun don't shine?" Yeah, that's a tough job.
Is Angel alive?
Okay, Coach at Houston.
Colts in Houston. I took the Colts.
Oh yeah, Colts. Yeah, I don't need a team.
Yep. Okay. Eagles at Detroit.
As much as I hate the Eagles, the Eagles are winning this.
Let's go, Todd Bird. No, jokes.
I wish.
Detroit versus everybody.
Hey, YTC, guess who left a super chat in my stream today? You know him. He's a Bears content creator. It's not Butters or Joneth or KO.
Isn't that Austin Sports, dude?
No, it was that ghost guy, whatever.
Also, Judah Tribe.
How he found my channel? He dropped the super chat. He said, "Your O-line sucks and Trey Lance hairline."
Oh wow! So Michael bought the Hornets nest to the channel. Goddamn.
Oh man, whatever. I don't know who this dude is, man. You got to go watch
the Flat Earther. I just call him the Flat Earther at this
and
point.
Eric Crocker. Oh my goodness, this guy has no respect.
Yeah, the Flat Earther. That's typical Chicago.
And CG, he was like telling me, "Yo, John Jay, I don't like this dude." I said, "Dude, why is he on my channel, man? I told you not to put my link in your community tab."
I don't really have a problem with him. I got a problem with his boy for calling me in Giant Station to see a bunch of faggots and a bunch of gay slurs.
Oh man, whoa, yeah, my bad, Corey, my bad.
My apologies, though, but yeah. All right, let's get back on topic.
All these Bear fans, bear down.
But yeah, we were after the Colts and Texans. Yeah, I took the Colts. So what's the game after?
You said the Eagles.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're right. The Eagles. Yeah.
Yeah, the Eagles.
Well, I picked Detroit, and
Hopefully. Hey, listen. For some reason, Detroit owns Philly for some reason, so it's not out of the question.
Hey, check this out. Imagine if the Lions win week 1 and the 49ers beat the Bears.
Donber's going to spam my channel before I even host the Giants and Titans.
I'm going to be so happy because it Butters to be on suicide watch. No, Donber, no.
So Donber's going to spam my channel with one of his burner accounts to look for Michael, if he's assuming he pops in.
Oh, man.
Okay, Giants at Tennessee.
I'm a Giants fan myself, but I took Tennessee on this one.
Trap game. I'm calling it.
Too.
I hope.
Trap game.
I took Tennessee.
I got the Giants, and let me explain why. Derrick Henry is their offense. If Derrick Henry is not able to get a good first quarter, second quarter, Tannehill will have to throw the football. Last year, his touchdown interception percentage was so bad. Bad. So if Henry is not playing well, I don't know who their backup is. This is a trap game. So
for some guy named Foreman, I don't know.
So I'm going to say this. I'm calling this a trap game. I got the Giants, but on paper, the Titans are going to win. But I'm calling the trap game just in case.
Just to play safe, I know my teams. We're probably going to keep it close, but we're going to lose at the end. I'm taking. Yeah, I said Titans 27-21 on my pick 'em. So yeah. A 6-point game.
Because like
Dave,
David?
I said that. I told him we was already through. I'm assuming I went back to the beginning.
Yeah, we're
That's
all the
okay.
way down to the Chiefs and Cardinals.
And
Yeah, now we're on the 1 p.m. your time, 4 p.m. my time slot.
and I told him, I said, I'm gonna go with the Titans because I said, YTC, he's gonna pick the Titans.
Yeah, I already picked the Titans. Yeah.
And the word trap game, I love that because a team that's supposed to win, but another team has the possibility of winning that game. That's
listen, there's always the phrase "any given Sunday" for a reason. So,
and this Giants team is healthy. They're entering healthy.
I'm hoping.
And again, Derrick Henry, like they lost their wide receiver. So,
I mean, who is it? A rookie and Robert Woods. That's about it.
Like Julio Jones. Yeah, I just remember Julio Jones.
Yeah, they don't got Julio Jones no more, or AJ Brown because he went to the Eagles and he
then,
went to the Buccaneers.
And this is some breaking news that someone told me. Their safety, their top safety has an ACL out for the year.
Kevin Byard?
What's his name? Damn it! It's not that.
Oh, Harold Landry. No, it's Harold Landry. I saw that earlier. Yeah, he tore his ACL.
So yeah,
he's out for the year. Yeah, Harold Landry, one of the pass rushers, Pro Bowl pass rushers.
That's why I have them going 8-9. No disrespect to Sam.
Yeah, I had the Titans at 8-9 as well. I had the Colts winning at 10-7 in that division.
And last year was a fluke year for them. I'm sorry.
And then Green Bay at Minnesota.
Green Bay by 3, 30-27.
This is another toss-up game because again the Packers don't have the same team.
And this game's in Minnesota too, so it might be an upset, I think.
But the defense, Minnesota's defense. I'm gonna take Green Bay.
All right, good. But it's a close one. I expect a close one. It's a rivalry game.
So David only want to pick Viking. He picked the Vikings.
Oh, upset Vikings. All right, upset of another upset.
And then Kansas City, Arizona.
My other upset, Arizona.
I picked Kansas City.
Oh,
I think David picked Arizona. Let's see. Which one did he pick, David?
So, is the Honey Badger still on the Chiefs, or did he go somewhere?
No, he went to the Saints. No.
Okay. I got the Cardinals.
They lost a lot of secondary pieces. But
and we got their corner, Charvarius Ward.
Yeah, Charvarius Ward. All they have is Brashad Breeland and DeAndre Baker.
The wide receiver went to Miami. You know
and
what?
although Trey McDuffie, they drafted a rookie corner too, so he's an experience.
Oh my goodness! I think I made a very bad mistake on my.
They drafted Trey McDuffie. I know that for sure.
Oh man! All right. Yeah, I got the Cardinals.
Okay. I picked KC to win that game.
And
I think Dave picked Arizona too. He must be on mute. Out away from his computer.
Nope, I'm not.
Must be his reception.
Oh, there he is.
Must be a reception issue.
Who did you pick?
Where'd Bryant go?
I said the
Cardinals. Where's Bryant go?
Probably reception.
Oh, he'll come back.
Or his wife, I don't know.
Maybe he has to go check on his family.
Yeah, I picked the Red Chickens because I honestly think the Chiefs are going to be figuring things out.
I actually created a more fun way to make fun of the Cardinals. I call them the red flies because
the red flies.
A bird can fly and the fly flies, and they're red. So I was trying to say, I need something.
So you call them a mosquito, basically, a fly,
or red birds. I said red flies.
So like a mosquito, goddamn.
So.
And Brian, I can't remember who you picked on the Kansas City, Arizona.
I picked the Chiefs.
Chiefs, okay.
Because I don't think that any team that really loses in the playoffs the next year wants to take that first game and take a loss. So I think they're going to definitely
the home team with Arizona for me since
they and I understand Arizona too has a playoff loss too. They want to kind of avenge too, but I just kind of think that Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey will probably just take away this game.
Yeah. No, but I think it'll be the Cardinals because the Cardinals really refortified their front seven this past draft. And also because, they have – I mean, Kyler has much better weapons to throw to now, even without AJ. DeAndre Hopkins.
Arizona, all they need is a legitimate coach. Like, it's so weird every year, like going back to Cliff Kingsbury's first season.
They blow in the second half, for real, yeah.
They were
6-2.
They were 3-2-1 when they finished I think 5-11 or whatever. Then in 2020 they were like
6-3, I think.
I remember they were 10-4, and then they lost to the Niners, and then they lost to whoever. They always do really well at bad at the end. Last year,
exactly.
They could have beat the Packers, but then after that, they just spiral
Even the year before that, the one that Chicago took their playoff spot because their Kyler got hurt. Mm-hmm. So they also choked that part of it. They were like 6-2 at one point in that other season too.
Yep.
I'm just not a big fan of the Cardinals. I know we play them twice a year, their division opponents. But when they played the Rams, with Kyler Murray, the last game he played against the Rams, he took himself out of the game. He
was horrible. He was out mentally,
Mm-hmm.
He was.
And I just don't think they can really just if you're really a Cardinal fan, really truly believe in them after that. It's kind of like when Kaepernick started kneeling. I don't want to get political, but when he started kneeling, he was out of the game. He wasn't playing football anymore.
He was just playing for image. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Which he failed, but Go ahead. Next game.
Okay, Los Angeles. Not Los Angeles. Well, I'm in still right. Las Vegas.
The Raiders and Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers play in LA.
This game's in LA. Give me the Chargers at home.
Yeah,
this is actually. I think this is a must-see game because
this is another trap game. Yeah,
both teams are really good. It's a division. It's a division matchup. The problem
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
I just got to throw this out real quick. Can you call a division game a trap game?
No.
Because they got to play the Chargers and the Raiders. This is a division game.
Yeah.
Then it's a toss-up, then it's a toss-up, I guess.
I got the Chargers because Josh McDaniels.
I took the Chargers too, and also because the Chargers defense really reinforced themselves with Khalil Mack now, and also J.C. Jackson. Yeah. So they're more fortified. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Chargers, the last 5 seasons, they have basically rebooted their defense, and for whatever the reason, it's so weird because Joey Bosa's not bad, Derwin James is not bad. They added Khalil Mack. They added there's a lot of expectations on this defense.
And J.C. Jackson to be the number 1 guy. Yeah.
So I got 4 brothers, and they're all Raider fans. My dad's a Raider fan, so I kind of lean towards the Raiders sometimes. I lean towards it when I'm watching the game. I like to see them win. I like to see them do good, and I'm like, okay, but this game, and I got to tell you, really the problem with the Raiders is can't tell you that you can really truly believe in them since Jack Del Rio, and Jack Del Rio. Identity. But Jack Del Rio and Carr, they went to the playoffs. They were doing good, and then they fired Jack Del Rio to get Gruden, and then the NFL sabotaged Gruden to get him, out of the league. And now the Raiders are back to square one. They're rebuilding again. They got Josh McDaniel, but they're back to rebuilding. And it's the Raiders were almost at a point with Gruden where they were gonna be really, really competitive, and the league capitated them. They totally took it out from them. So I'm going to have to say the Chargers in this game because the Chargers are at home. Usually home games, first week of the season. But the Raiders of Josh McDaniels could be good.
I mean, they're learning a new system and everything. They're not doing the stuff they were doing last year, so that is a factor.
Well, the problem is I don't see him as a rebuilding team. They did bring in Devontae Adams. He's 27. He's not.
Yeah, exactly. They brought in Devontae Adams to appease Derek Carr because they were college teammates.
Derek Carr, it's so weird. Derek Carr was just like Matthew Stafford. he's a good quarterback. It's just the team's been trash. Now they finally have a defense. I know Chandler Jones is 32 years old. They got that Crosby dude who was, one of their best.
Yeah, Max Crosby got paid. Also, they have a new coordinator now. They have Patrick Graham from the Giants last year. So yeah.
So if you don't call them a rebuilding team, but they have a new head coach.
They have a new defense now. So yeah, they're running things a lot differently this year.
Yeah.
You gotta say something pretty like, oh, they're a transitioning team or something.
I don't know what they are because Carr is getting older, and they're just wasting his time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the Chargers, I'm gonna take the Chargers, but I don't know what the Raiders are doing. And this is Josh McDaniels' second opportunity because he was the Broncos head coach when he was only 32 years old. So,
and if it don't work out, he can go back to New England.
Yeah. Plus, he was supposed to be like Bill Belichick's successor. That's why he turned down Indianapolis because So I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, next game.
Okay. Sunday night game.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday night. The last game of Sunday.
Oh, I know this one. Oh,
Easy.
Tampa Bay at Cowboys.
Give me Tampa Bay.
all right. So
Tampa Bay's much more complete than Dallas. That's just my thing. Yeah.
this is a hard game for me to pick because I've never liked Tampa Bay. I don't hate them. They're not one of my teams I hate. The Cowboys. I don't like the Cowboys.
Yeah, neither do we. Yep.
Me either.
No, but looking at the teams from both sides of the field, it seems that the Bucs are much more complete around compared to the Cowboys. The Cowboys lost a lot of assets on defense and lost a lot of offensive linemen as well, and lost a lot of star power receivers. So they lost a lot than they actually gained. So basically, it's going to be a new transitioning for these new receivers coming out of the woodwork to bounce off against this Tampa Bay defense.
I'm taking the Cowboys not because I don't like Tom. It's not a Tom Brady thing. I think I said this. Tampa Bay is going to regress. Tom Brady, I know he's 45 years old. Doesn't matter what type of nutrition or whatever you do to your body. Football is not a sport that you play forever. I think this is going to be that's going to make them realize that. You have everything. You've done everything. Like you don't need to prove anything else anymore. I got the Cowboys with this because, like I said, Gronk is not there no more. They don't have Antonio Brown. Their defense did lose a few players.
Yeah,
it's not the same team it was the last couple of seasons. So I got the Cowboys, even though I don't want the Cowboys to win. I don't care who wins this game. I just really don't.
I don't. But yeah, I'm taking the Bucs on this because they're more complete from the offensive side as well. They added Julio Jones and Russell Gage. Russell Gage is very underrated in my opinion. So yeah.
And the Monday night game, I'm gonna call it
Monday night game. Russell Wilson and the Broncos. That's my pick. Yeah.
I don't need.
I have to take the Bucs on the Bucs versus Cowboys too because I don't think the Cowboys aren't going to be as good as they were last year.
Yeah, they lost a lot of assets. I'll give you that much. Yeah.
Their division got better. Every team got better in that division. They're not going to go. Like they said that was the first time in like 15 years the team won all 6 games. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to say.
There is this fact, though. Hang on, Brian. But there is this fact. For the last 20 years, right, it's been this one constant in the NFC East. And as a Giants fan, I know this because no team has ever won the NFC East back-to-back since like 2004, I think, with the Eagles.
Yeah.
In 03 to 04, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no team has ever won it back-to-back.
I'm definitely not a Cowboy fan, but I don't. I don't know. Like when you're picking a game, who's going to win or lose. But I just don't think this is going to be a Cowboy victory, even if it's at home for them. I'm not saying Tampa Bay is going to overpower them or anything, but with whatever's happening with Tom Brady this year, he's either going all the way as far as he can go, and it's going to be a deep run for him to the championship, Super Bowl, or they're going to fizzle out this year. But they're gonna win a bunch of games before he starts fizzling out.
I think they'll win the division, but barely win, but then get bounced out the first round.
I agree. They're not going 12-5. I think they're going to regress one game,
Yeah, just 11-6, yeah, and win
I
the
think
division.
I think that extra loss is going to be in their division. Now they're going to go
Probably the
11-6.
Saints.
The Saints, until Jameis Winston can prove that he's
On paper, yeah, exactly, yeah.
and then
But on paper, the Saints got better. The Saints
the
did.
Falcons and the Panthers. No, I'm sorry. So they're going to win that because again, there's no competition in that unless
Yeah.
the Saints.
Unless the Saints, yeah.
Basically, now if the Saints, like say Jameis Winston balls out, I'm gonna be, oh crap, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because you saw what the Saints did in this offseason. They got a Chris Olave, another good steal. He's looking like a solid receiver this preseason, but hopefully transition. They also picked up Jarvis Landry and they're getting Michael Thomas back, so that's already a loaded receiving core for Jameis to work with.
All right.
Hey, here's a question about the Saints because I was just reading something. Did they turn their other quarterback, Tyson Hill, into a tight end?
I don't know what Taysom. I don't know what Taysom Hill is at this point.
I don't like this dude was drafted. When he was 27 years old. He played in BYU, so that is very weird. He goes to the Saints, and this guy is a receiver, but he's also on quarterback. So Taysom Hill is like, I don't know what he is. He's not a quarterback. They gave him quarterback money, but he's not a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I already told
He's just a
Dave
jack of all
this.
trades.
Mm-hmm.
I already told Dave this. So I was having this conversation with this Cowboy fan last night.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, first thing he said to me, he said, your 49ers going to lose to Chicago Bears.
Mm-hmm.
That's cap.
He said, because Justin Fields more experienced than Trey Lance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you sure Michael wasn't saying that behind a Cowboys burner account?
Nah, who cares? Mostly don't care. Like Michael, like he's not gonna learn his lesson. I chewed him out already.
He's just ignorant. That's all it is.
I chewed him out already. He's gonna do this, and guess what? I don't want to sound like, and I want this to happen, but he's gonna get one of us one day. Could be 6 months, could be a year, could be in 2 years, where he's gonna pay someone to talk crap about us. He's never gonna learn.
I don't give a if he talks about me or anybody else.
I told him, listen. I told him this, like, I want you to remove that video of me with the gravestone. Now, it's your channel. I'm not forcing you, but eventually, you and I are going to talk about that, and that thing is going to be removed. I don't want to be an asshole about it, but again, and that's why he said what he said. That's why I said what I said yesterday. Don't blame Giants Nation. Don't blame YTC. Don't blame CEO. And don't blame CG. CG told you not to do it, and you told CG to go screw himself.
Yeah, exactly. And secondly, don't blame us because you dug yourself into like 6 months worth of shit talking all over the Niners Nation.
So
for all your trolling.
Yeah. So like I said, I've never told no one to ever remove a video, but again, that is very disrespectful. I know what I did. I know what I did was wrong, but I told Michael there was a reason why the thing happened. It's not because I wanted to fight. Okay, my team lost the NFC Championship game. I got really pissed off. I said some stuff, and I wanted to hang out, and I was banned, etc. Yada yada. And of course, I had to do something I did not want to do. So I was already heated. So he basically just wanted to put a picture of me on the thing. And speaking of that, I just remembered something. And like I said, I didn't want to think
OCD?
about it. I just remembered something. He said it was your idea.
My idea?
I just
He's the one. Hey, listen. I'll admit this. I only told him to zoom in the photo. The photo thing was his whole idea. That was my only idea I take credit for was the zoom in part. Everything else was all him. He decided the photo. I didn't do none of the artwork.
My goodness, I can't believe I still have a good memory. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that.
Hey, listen, he's the one that fully came up with the idea. When we were beefing at the time, I only encouraged to zoom in. That's about it. That's all I did.
So, again, and that's why now I know why I wanted to talk to everybody. Because again, I was like, and again, like I moved past it, but like once he butchered Niner by Nature, I'm like, okay, now you're, and like I said,
Niner by Nature did nothing.
And plus, Niner by Nature, he's been saying this before the schedule came out. Trey Lance is the king of the NFC. He's been saying that way before we found out Week 1 was going to be the thing.
Yeah, listen, I'm already expecting him to line me up for week 1. No, but to line me up for week 4 when we play Chicago. I already expect him to talk trash a lot that whole week.
There's a guy called J.R. Meadow. I don't know if he has a channel, but I know all of my subscribers. His name is J.R. Meadow. He said 49ers 15-2. We're going to win the Super Bowl, and Trey Lance is going to be MVP.
Okay.
That's an opinion. Now, I know that's not going to happen because I use my brain, but it will be cool to go 15-2, win the division, and win the Super Bowl. It will be cool for that to happen. It'll be cool for Trey Lance to win MVP in his first season as a starter. It would be cool. But just like my favorite saying, it's easier said than doing it. So I can say in 24 hours, I'm going to run a marathon. No, I can say that, but doing it is not possible. But I'm just making a point. So, and he takes everything so personally, and that's why I call him very like I call him soft, because and again I don't know.
Michael's very soft. Yeah, definitely.
Don't know why he calls himself a trash talker. Like if you're a trash talker, okay, you can take all the stuff.
Yeah, Michael. But when when we come, clap back at him, with our defense, it's now he wants to make a bunch of videos out of nowhere.
So
no, this guy I know. I see him on camera. His Isaac. His name is Isaac. He's a Cowboy fan.
Oh my god,
Cowboy fan.
And so,
hey, listen. As much as I hate Washington, I hate Philly, I hate Dallas, my entire division. I don't go out making videos, dropping hate week 1. You don't see me dropping. We're gonna blow out the Titans 50 to something else, this and that. I'm not doing that for 6 months because I know it's gonna backfire.
Yeah. Okay. We through Sunday, and now we move on to Monday Night Football. Are you ready to party?
Yeah, but most of the 2 matchups.
And Seattle.
Yeah, I had the Broncos. I think I said it earlier.
That's easy. The Seahawks, yeah. I jumped the gun already, so. CG's
what up, CG?
He's with the wife.
CG.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos on that one.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep, the Donkeys. Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing the Cowboy fans said.
Donkeys, the Toros, whatever you want to. Yeah.
He said.
I think Russell Wilson wants some revenge.
Yeah.
Oh, Burrows. No, stop.
A Bronco.
Cowboy fan said to me too. He said Seattle is gonna beat the 49ers. They're a better team than the 49ers.
Now, but Geno Smith is their quarterback.
Geno Smith, yeah. I'm not yet. Whatever.
I looked at him. I said, "Man, where you been?
Horrible.
You gotta leave that weed alone because
cocaine is one powerful drug."
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say the Broncos because I think Russell Wilson just made the Seahawks just a little bit more scary. But Seattle versus the Niners in general, for whatever reason, there is something weird going on there. It's either refs helping them out or something. But I'm not going to underestimate Seattle week 2.
Oh yeah, me neither. Like just because Russell Wilson now on paper, so this is the difference between the Bears and the Seahawks. The Bears have some players like I think Quinn, Roquan on the defense, but the rest of the defense is questionable.
Yeah, it's not exactly.
Justin Fields is not bad. It's just that O line. Mooney is not bad. This guy was supposed to be drafted in the 2nd round. I did not know he was drafted in the 5th round, but this guy should have been drafted sooner. The Bears may have good players, but again, the Bears are playing a really good 49ers team. And again, there's a lot of new coaches, new stuff. They're not going to instantly have success week 1. They're going to struggle learning.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a system and a new
a new system.
On the other hand, worse defense, worse secondary, worse pass, whatever offense. They have only 2 dangerous weapons is their wide receivers. But
Lockett and Metcalf.
You don't take Seattle against the 49ers. That's why that is a scary game. But on paper, we should go 2-0. But again, the Seattle Seahawks, this is going back since 2002. They beat
Yes,
us.
it's the division. Yes, it's the division changed over. We're like 30-17 overall record with them, and it's not funny at all. They've owned us for several years, and then we'll win a couple games, and then the next thing you know, they start winning like 7 in a row again on us. But the thing that's interesting about them this year is like, well, it's always interesting. It's like they know exactly how to play us. It's like they don't play anybody else. They don't care about the Cardinals. They don't care about the Rams. They play us. And what I thought was interesting is back when 2002, when the Niners started playing the Rams and the greatest show on turf, we were drafting players to be able to go after Marshall Falk, and we were drafting players to go after the running back that came right after him. I want to say 39, or I can't think of his name right now, but we drafted Julian Peters.
Steven Jackson?
Steven Jackson, yes. And when they drafted him, we drafted Julian Peters to go after him. Not go after him, but to line up against him. And it was like they were the team that we were trying to be competitive with. It was the Rams at that time. Well, the Rams, they've had up and down seasons since then, but the Seahawks at that point started to dominate us. We just didn't pay attention, or something happened. But no, I don't take the Seahawks lightly at all. Last year we should have beat them even with Trey Lance playing. But it was special teams which cost us. It was that big fumble. Yeah. And, it's like the little things. It's like people don't realize that, it's like your job's to make kicks. Your job's to catch the ball and either get down or, try to make a play. But, for whatever reason, you got grease on your hands and you drop the ball.
The thing with kickers is one thing for sure with special teams on kickers. You're loved the next moment, but you're crucified for the next for missing.
The 49ers should have had 12 victories. And let me explain this. Jimmy Garoppolo did really well that first drive. Took the team down 6 for 7, 78 yards. Good touch. Perfect throw to Ross Dwelly. These are anti-Jimmy guys. They don't see these little tiny things. Then in the second drive, Jimmy gets hurt. But he somehow plays through the pain. These people who don't like Jimmy. How does this guy is so fragile? He's able to play through the pain. He did the same thing in week 2. In 2020, he played through the pain. Well, whatever. Then in the opening half, the Niners get the ball. We fumbled the ball in the Seahawks red zone.
Mm-hmm.
And we lost by 7 points.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Then the second game, Jimmy Garoppolo throws 2 interceptions. But Jimmy, besides those 2, is having a good game, moving the ball down the field. And if it wasn't for that stupid pass interference that they should have called, Jimmy Garoppolo would have got 4 more downs, and there was still like 27 seconds. We could have forced overtime. Now, I don't know what would happen in overtime, but those games right there is a reminder.
NFL is a lot of what-ifs in today's NFL.
Hey, don't forget about the special teams blunder at Seattle.
Oh, my goodness. I don't even want to talk about that.
I always reminisce about that.
Remember the fake punt?
2020.
78-yard fake.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that play.
That's why, I'm always.
All we can do is reminisce what could have been.
I know everybody thinks it's funny, but that's why special teams really do contribute. And if you can catch a team sleeping at the right moment, and they did, they caught us, and they were able to get a fake punt, score a touchdown on us with how many? That's like a punter's dream right there, to throw a touchdown. Come on,
a fake.
Yeah.
They straight caught us at the kitchen table making a sandwich.
Yeah.
Listen, we almost had that play, but the Cowboys robbed us for the last time we tried that.
Josh Norman.
Josh Norman. What's up with Josh Norman? I haven't heard that name in a while.
He was the one for the been on that receive on that person over there.
He was only good in Carolina, but he became
Washington all the way down
in Buffalo and
left him alone and ran off.
Buffalo and Washington, he became Washington.
And ran off, so he didn't pay attention to that.
In Carolina.
That the punter never kicked the ball, so he left the.
Oh, man.
Who's that team that got upset with us? Because the Rams. Because they thought it was pass interference. They tried to fake the punt and
Mhm.
our defensive back was all over them, a receiver, and they was like, pass interference, pass interference. There's no pass interference during the punt.
Oh man. Anyway,
So how bad do you guys think Kittle is? How bad? How hurt do you think he really is? George Kittle, how hurt do you think George Kittle really is?
so I want to make sure. So someone said it was a groin injury. Now I played baseball, and a lot of people don't know.
But yeah, I was gonna ask you guys, what about Kittle? Yeah, I heard he's injured or something.
So
It's a groin injury.
Oh,
what a lot of people don't know, for those who played baseball like I did, like a lot of base runners get a lot of groin injuries, and it's not fun, you know. And of course, there's that joke, but the point is that a groin injury, like you kind of have to suck it through, because like there's no such thing as like a rehab for that area, for those who know what that is. But like, yeah, like, and George Kittle, like he has big strides when he runs, and a baseball player, when they do big strides, you're gonna get that area hurt. So again, like George Kittle, one of the things, he's a good tight end, but the thing is that he plays so physical.
Yeah.
He makes contact after a tackle, which is not good. And his tight end coach has told him, you're being too physical, you're running too physical. Why? Because George Kittle has always been a blocking tight end that has converted to a pass catcher as well. Because again, he was drafted. He was drafted for the blocking, not to be. But when we didn't have no receivers, and a lot of our, like, you know, Beathard and Mullins and Jimmy Garoppolo, that was a safety net. He's had to be one of these pass catching tight ends. But George Kittle, he's not a pass catcher.
Was Kittle a wide receiver in college or a tight end? Because I know he was C.J. Beathard's teammate in college. He was a tight end?
He was always a tight end.
Yeah.
Because he plays like, he's very versatile.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think, what I've heard is it's day to day. So I don't think they're going to say anything until it's Sunday.
Yeah.
They might hold him back on the game on Sunday, but I think he's going to try to play Sunday.
Yeah, this is my first time hearing about his injury.
I'll stop.
This is my first time hearing about his injury.
No, I'm really hoping y'all win, since I took you guys -7. So yeah, part of my free parlay.
I know, like, so basically, since the schedule came out, the 49ers have been favored, basically +6 for the Niners, -6 for the Bears. So,
oh no, the opposite. No, that's what I saw earlier. It was DraftKings. They said you guys were favored. They changed to -6 now.
No, it's -6.5. It's always been that. But the point is, like, a lot of people don't know, because like the spread works very well in basketball, because someone one time did a spread and they did not know what it was, and this is when the Warriors were really horrible, and basically the Warriors were supposed to lose. Basically 9.5, so 10 points. So the Warriors win by 1 point. He's like, oh, damn it. He said, dude, you forgot the spread. -9.5. With the -9.5, he won his bet because he didn't understand the spread. The numbers matter. So
garbage time matters as well.
In basketball, like, the spread is easy. That's why it's hard. So, like, you know, but like in other
football
sports,
is definitely hard. Football,
you know, like, like so he was like, crap, I lost, dude. All right, we won by 1 point, right? -9.5. Oh, so we lost.
Barely.
So we lost.
Oh, the opposite. If he would have took the +9.5, then he would have won. Oh, the opposite.
Yeah. So basically, because we won by 1, you know. So he took the over. No, he didn't. No, he took the under.
Oh,
and
wow!
So basically,
I'm assuming it went over
9.5. We lost. So you add 9.5. You subtract 9.5. He was still under 9.5. So we lost with the spread, and he won like about like $300 because he put like a $30 bet. So
yeah, so double. Okay.
So no, he actually won 10 times. 10 times.
Yeah.
That's what the spread does.
So, you know, the Monday night game is very tie. What's the point?
The points for what?
Monday night.
Oh, Monday night the spread. I think Let me check. Let me go on FanDuel real quick.
So
Or no, DraftKings. Let me go ahead and check quickly.
I think the Seahawks are going to put 13 points, and I think it's going to be like a 31-13 game.
Yeah, blowout. So yeah.
So I still think they will get double digits. Yeah. Now,
But yeah, I mixed up my bets with the minuses on certain teams and the overs. Because in case of trap games, some games I took the over on because I didn't want to trust any trap games for week one. A lot of upsets happen.
so yeah.
I think it's really interesting. We played the Seahawks, then we go and play the Broncos right after.
Also,
that.
make sure the games were in the 1 o'clock slot too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yes. Hey, but like I said, if Trey Lance is able to manage, and we do win those 2 games, and Trey Lance is.
It's baby steps at that point. So yeah.
The next 2 games, I think, is good for him. And why do I say this? The Broncos are not going to be an easy test, and the Rams, and of course, like Debo said this, he really wants to beat the Rams because for whatever the reason, and I don't know why, when Debo was crying, I'm like, dude, it's not your fault, man. Debo, it's not your fault. It was your coach who didn't make the right calls when it mattered. And Debo,
sorry, John, but why didn't they give him the ball? Why did he say something in the locker room? Did he do something? Did he pull a Debo and be like, "This is my, Kyle don't play around. Kyle will cut his nose off before he, says he's wrong."
Well,
and they didn't give him the ball.
Well, everyone's excuse for what happened was they were stacking an 8-man box. And
give him the ball one time in the half, the third and fourth quarter.
But the excuse was that in the fourth quarter, the Rams were stacking the box, and every running back was basically barely getting nothing.
I don't think he even was on the field the last play of the game.
What do you mean stacking the box? That should probably leave Debo open if that's the case.
No.
They're stacking the box.
An 8-man stack in the box is basically what they're doing is basically they're adding an extra defensive line player, and all the linebackers are rushing. So basically, it's an all-out blitz. You still have your 2 corners and your safeties playing the pass. So that's why when Jimmy was throwing the ball, it was getting the ball out. There was that open space, and Kyle should have realized, wait, they're stacking the box. So what I need to do is call all slants until they start to realize.
Yeah, call all slants and
And this is the thing that
target the middle of the field.
He should have done the same thing in the Super Bowl, was do the same damn thing, because what were the Chiefs doing? They were doing the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, once y'all started stacking the box, they just started attacking the middle of the field.
Yeah. So
I think that's what I think happened, though. I think that's why he was crying on the side of the field, because I think they pulled him out of the game. He either said he was hurt, or they didn't want
he was mentally out of it. Or he was mentally out of it, but yeah.
They pulled him out of the game. I mean,
he was probably out of it.
Warrior. He's a warrior, and I know, John, you've heard me say it before, but Debo, he likes saying he's a wide back. He's like the most unique player in the league. He created his own position. He wants the ball any way you can give him the ball. He'll line up as wide receiver, tight end. He'll play quarterback.
Yeah, he'll even throw it too.
Yeah, I want to see him kick a ball next. But
well, like
kick a ball or even punt one. I'll stop.
Right.
Well, this is the thing that I know, there's some content creators that you like, Brian, that I cannot stand, but they wrote the narrative. Debo doesn't want to be a running back. Debo doesn't want to be a running back. And these are people
who are spreading all these narratives
who are supposed to be respectable, even like the beat writers. And of course, I don't want to bring up his name because I'm basically giving up, advertisement. Grant Cohen.
No. Hey, whatever your opinion is your opinion, and whatever I have on the side is on the side. But no, I agree, and that's why not to cut you off too much, but that's why I look at everybody and listen to what everybody's saying, because, and the most important thing is listen to what the player's saying, because if you go back to the Pro Bowl, Debo said, "I'm a wide back," so
I'm a
And
jack of all trades, basically. He should have just called himself a jack of all trades at that point.
And also, like Debo, his first press conference after his contract, Debo's body language, and you don't need to be a psychologist, but you could tell he did not want to speak to the media. That's why he was hunched. His hands were crossed, and he was looking at the microphone. And when he was looking up at people, he would look at them and he would answer looking down. What does that mean? Very simple. I don't want to be here. I don't want to talk to these people. You guys made your fans attack me in a very negative way. And you guys have the nerve to think that I should be okay with that? Because guess what? They wrote the narrative. People went on Twitter and they said the shit that they said. So I'm sorry, but there's a reason why. And again, I don't hate Grant Cohen. I have no hate in my body. But the stuff that he says is he's just trying to get the views. He's just trying to get the views. And then again, I don't hate Ponte. I don't hate Naylor. I don't hate Vish. You know, the people who are on Grant's channel. I don't hate them. It's just that they take what Grant tells them and then they say the same exact thing.
Regurgitated without giving no opinion and no, yeah. You hate those, definitely hate those type of people.
Because it's so weird how a fan base is so divided with a young 22-year-old quarterback who people think is like the next Joe Montana, and a guy who's Jimmy Garoppolo, who has won football games. Yes, it doesn't look pretty, but for whatever the reason, like, that's not enough for them. Like, we have a quarterback with a winning record. Yes, he's inconsistent. He gets hurt a lot, but real 49er fans should, you know, like, and I don't want to sound, you know, like arrogant, but a lot of these people look like they have never stepped on the football field. And I don't want to repeat what Rumbo says, because Rumbo, you know, he says some stuff that I really don't like, but I don't hate him. But the point is that you can't be having like 20 content creators from the same team and they're all regurgitating the Grant Cohen thing. So what happens? You have, you know, some of these fans who's like, I hate Jimmy Garoppolo. I hate his guts. I wish something bad happens to him. Wow.
Yeah, you're wishing injury upon a player. That's a new low level of, and that's all uncalled for, basically.
You know? So
well, that's what's really weird is because, yeah, you go on social media or you go on YouTube and you get certain creators that have a narrative going one way or another about different opinions, and you get people that go on that show and then they travel to other shows and they bring those opinions, or they believe it themselves, whether or not they've said it themselves, but they're thinking the same thing that person said, and it may bring a negative or may bring a positive to the chat, but you have that same kind of thought. So, you know, again, it's like, it's nice when you do spread out and you go to other people's channels that don't necessarily collaborate with everybody, because just having a Twitter account myself and coming on YouTube, it's really interesting to see how many YouTube people collaborate on the outside of YouTube. Yeah. And then you'll see them do a show once a year, but they talk to each other every day on Twitter or whatever. And it's interesting because it's like a little mini family. But like you said, sometimes the opinions stay the same. But that sometimes is like with the regular Sports Center and stuff like that too. ESPN, they all start saying the same thing after a while. But my point I'm getting to,
a bunch of sheeps.
Yeah. My point real quick is I'm getting to is neat. It's really weird that the YouTube content believes a certain way about like Jimmy Garoppolo, and the media, the national media, says, "Oh, he's a good quarterback. Why are you guys going away from him?" So it's like, I don't know.
Let's talk about, you know, Grant Cohen and Javon Kinlaw. So Grant Cohen, for us who we know Grant Cohen, he loves to say a lot of, you know, dumb things, but
controversial things. Yeah,
he did cross the line. You know, you don't say a 23-year-old knee is like an 80-year-old. First of all, that's a little slang on its own for those who don't understand it, because I know 80-year-olds who can still run a track. So there's nothing wrong with having 80-year-old knees. Here's the point. Pat McAfee and the rest of the NFL basically wrote about this in every little news article, even in the New York Times. That's how big it was.
Yeah.
So Pat McAfee was like, listen, I'm Javon Kinlaw. I just had a bad game. And I have to have this guy who's basically like 4 feet away from me asking me, yo, Kinlaw, why did you play so bad? You lost the game. It was a tough loss. You're having a bad day. and you have to compose yourself. The media is not that. Like I disagree with Grant's father because like he's been in the local media for a long time. But the point is that there was still an etiquette how you criticize athletes, and even in Grant Cohen's father's times, players will like rip your head off, and they will do that. The difference was that they never went personal. Some players had a bad day, and etc. And it's just weird that Grant thinks that is journalist or whatever it's supposed to be. He's an opinionated person. He should just brand himself. I'm an opinionated person. These are my opinions. They don't reflect on what the Niners really are. But because he wants to use this term, I'm a journalist. The definition of a journalist is as a person that has credibility of writing something that they are covering. And unfortunately, that's not what it is. Because it's really weird. Like NFL players, former players, NFL beat writers have said, Jimmy's good, but he's not Mahomes or the good quarterbacks.
Yeah, any flashy quarterback you can think of.
But the fans, they look like, man, these guys played in the NFL. Do they know what a good quarter? Oh, my goodness. You see the arrogance. And why? Because Grant Cohen has really, really brought in people who are not 49er fans. They love
brainwash the masses. Yep.
They love the team, but they don't know. And it's so weird because, like, in 2021, when I started my channel, he barely had 20,000 subscribers. Now he's up to 52,000 subscribers. He's done something that I would never do, and I will never belittle myself. It's clickbait and do all that shit. I can't do that.
Yeah. That's very insincere. And secondly, it might just be a jealousy thing because their quarterback's not that flashy. That's why they feel left out of the league. That's what I think at this point.
Well, no, I definitely jump into a lot of people's chats and listen to different people, and sometimes I'm not even commenting because I got to do something in the background. But you get different people's opinions, and that is really what they are. So when you're listening to somebody on YouTube, it's people's opinions, and that's what it is. When you're reading their article, it's a little different. But like their relationships with the players personally, because they actually are up closer to them, they might have something going on that we don't know. Maybe there's something underlying issue or something, and then we're just seeing the video, so we're getting half of it. But I'm not trying to defend anybody, but it's like you go to a game and you start rooting for a player. The player hears you in the stand, sitting on the field or playing in the field. You start heckling a player, they hear it too. So if a player can't take that, and they can't take it from a commentator or a creator, then maybe you should stay off social media. Like when you start chewing somebody out on national media and you're not swallowing your food, or you're not, I don't know, he's spitting. I don't know. I don't think either. That's my opinion. I think maybe if some things people are saying hit too close to home, maybe you should
I can understand. But at the same time, you should just stick to the topic at hand. Going after somebody's personal life, questioning their work ethic, that's not related to what transpired on the field and what you're bringing them in on shouldn't be brought up to the discussion to begin with.
I know, and players should have thicker skin. Like, that's not the point.
That is true.
That's not the point. Because it doesn't happen with the 49ers. That's not the point.
Yeah.
People understand that players that have been here since Grant Cohen's been covering the team, they don't like him. And Grant one time, and he did this again, my good brain that I never forget. He did a video where he walked into the same hotel the Niners were when they were playing the Bengals. He walked into a bar. There were a few players there. When Grant walked in there, they put their money down. They said, just keep the drinks, and they walked away. They did the grown-up thing. That's what you do. You walk away. You don't even interact. He thought it was comedy, and he decided to report it. Then he goes into an elevator, going to his room. There's one of the coaches. A few days ago, he attacked him on his channel. Immediately when that elevator door closed, the guy was pressing the next floor to get off the floor. These people know this, and he had the nerve to think it was fun and cute. No. It's better for them to walk away than them kicking your ass. I'm from the streets, and I don't want to talk about this. I want to act like I'm better than anyone because I grew up in the street. No, you don't do that to no one. You show them respect. Even an athlete, even though your job is to criticize them, you show them respect. You don't have to like them, and they don't have to like you. There's a difference.
It's
So
two-way street.
you have to show respect no matter what. And they did the smart thing. Those people in the bar, they left. That coach got off the next floor and just took the stairs and went to wherever or went down wherever. No, that's respect. They say, you know what, this guy is not worth talking. We just walk away. Kinlaw, again, we don't know what really happened, but he made it look like oh, what's up? And you're calling this dude his nickname. You're acting arrogant. And again, I don't want to call out Grant, privilege. I never want to do it because I know a lot of privileged kids who are good friends of mine. They had it easy, but they're not assholes. And you go up to a person like, "What's up, Mook Dog? What's up, Mook Dog?" You're acting like, no. And if this guy is from Oakland, like he says he is, people in Oakland don't act that way. Okay?
Hell no.
No, I'm sorry. I don't want to defend Kinlaw, but Grant did that to himself. He went up to a person. "What's up, Mook Dog? What's up, dude?" And then you had the nerve to try to intimidate him. He knew what he was doing.
We don't have the whole information because we weren't all there. We're just watching what other people were saying, and I've watched a lot on it. And I'm not gonna say I'm over expert about it or anything like that. I think both of them, there's things that both of them can do better. But overall, again, if you're focusing more about what the media is saying than what you're supposed to be doing on the field, you need to start right there, and then if people don't like a certain tone, then they don't have to necessarily watch. But I mean, you can say whatever, and I'm not arguing, but I'm just saying this, whatever Grant Cohn's saying, the 49ers are listening in the locker room and they are making changes and he is getting to them. And I think he is getting positive results. I don't think everything's like an attack. Not everything's negative. I think he's doing a good job because he sees things and he's saying, "Hey, why do you guys still keep on bringing Josh Norman back? Or why do you keep on bringing Dante Johnson back to cut him again?" Or, I mean, some things, might sound like they're, digs, but some things I think are maybe funny in his head and funny to other people. But again, I'm not, I don't want to keep on going on and on about this because once again, we don't have the whole story,
Okay, so what y'all think about what Joe Staley said? Now this is the news about what Joe Staley.
I don't know what Joe Staley said. I know he lost a lot of weight, but I don't know what he said.
All right. Well, I'll catch you guys later. I'm gonna have some dinner. But
It
was great talking with my boy Corey.
See you, John Jay.
All right, man.
Take it easy, bro.
Now, Jay, before you go,
Yeah.
what'd you think about what Joe Staley said?
Well, what did Joe Staley say?
Oh, he's talking about everybody. We're talking about every fans in the United talks. They're talking about, so I don't know why they're making a big deal. He's worried about locker room with Trey Lance's struggle. If the players go to Cal, say, "Cal, we win with Jimmy. And we think we should go back to Jimmy."
Well, I look at it like this. Joe Staley did play with Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't know how many years, so I'm not going to even try to guess that. But he played for him, and you see the respect that the players have. Like, this is another notion why I don't know what people like. Even Richard Sherman has not played with the 49ers for a couple of years. He still defends this dude for whatever the reason. But the point is that, like these players do like him. It's like they like him. Trey likes him. It's just so weird that people think, oh, everything that the Niners has a hidden meaning. But it doesn't take away the fact that you have to go to the future. Jimmy's still on the roster. And I called it. I said Jimmy's going to be on the roster week 1 of the 2022 season. So I wanted to say that. But the point is that, yeah, these players do fight for Jimmy. And George Kittle says, no hatred towards Trey Lance, no hatred towards Jimmy. But right now, at this moment, Trey is my quarterback.
Yeah.
See, there's a understanding, and they know that. So, again, I will say this: if Trey Lance is not who he is in like the first 4 or 5 games, there's a reason Jimmy's on the roster. Because if Trey gets hurt, which I don't want that to happen, or if Trey is really bad, Jimmy knows how to run the offense. It's not going to look flashy. It's not going to look fun, but we win football games. That's why I think the 49ers are going to do well this year. So that's my thoughts on Joe Staley.
Yeah. And thank you for coming on my little chat.
All right, man. Guys, have a good
All right,
rest.
take it easy.
Yeah, peace.
Good talking to you.
Thank you, John Jay, for coming on my channel. My little chat.
Yep.
Um, so, let's see. So, what you think about it, David?
I think Shanahan and Lynch drafted Trey Lance for a reason. I mean, the fact that he can do things that Jimmy can't, like throw outside the hash marks, throw deep, extend plays,
Run the read option.
He changes the dynamic of our offense. I mean, not necessarily the playbook, but how our offense is going to be played. And I just don't. I mean, at this point, I think he is right, like at the same level as Jimmy, if not a little bit above him. And as we go, he's going to do nothing but get better. And, we'll see that. There are going to be times where, like Brandon Ayuk, I don't know how many times I saw him wide open down the field while, Jimmy G is surveying the field. It's kind of like, why ain't you throwing to him? I don't know if it was he didn't see him or didn't have the confidence to make the throw. That's what I'm still trying to figure out. But Trey Lance is going to see Ayuk. He is going to throw it down the field. I've seen that kid zip the ball into tight places, mid-range, mid to short range, and that's what everyone's knock on him is. I'm sitting there going, what's your guys' knock? But and he throws hard. He throws hard like Brett Favre did. And I don't see us going back to Jimmy G.
Yeah.
I don't see this happening. So, I mean, Jimmy G made the same mistakes over and over again. Never learned his lesson. So if Trey Lance can show that he learns his lesson and not make the same mistakes over and over again, Kyle Shanahan's going to love that.
Brian.
Yes, Corey.
So what you think about what Joe Staley said?
Well, Joe Staley's pretty well into the locker room. He knows a lot of the guys, and they probably talk to him pretty close because they feel like he's still one of them and not a media reporter yet. But I don't know. I don't think the Niners are going to move off of Trey unless he really, starts to really, really struggle. And I don't think they're going to try to put Jimmy back in there because I don't think they want that bill. They don't want him to get injured. And I don't think the fan base wants that right now. I think the fan base wants to move forward. I think there's just the locker room is going to, support. They're going to support Shanahan because at this point, Shanahan's just going to put in who he wants, and they know that. Again, it really just depends on if he really starts to struggle really hard. If he starts to struggle really hard, if he can't throw 5 yards, but he can throw 80 yards or a 70-yard pass, that is going to be an issue. Because we're not going to be doing deep throws all the time. We're going to be running the ball most of the time, and they're going to do those 5-yard passes like Jimmy was doing. And if he can do the Jimmy offense, then, yeah, he's going to be doing great. We do need him to have that little bit more of an explosiveness where he can take the top, back the defense up, where he can get that score really quick, where he can be explosive. We do need that, but we need him to be able to keep up with just the Jimmy offense right now, because the Jimmy offense can win games and get us to the Super Bowl. So I don't know. I think even changing the offense too much is going to really make the team mad, because Debo wants the ball, and if they play the way they were playing last year, Debo's going to get the ball. They start doing too many deep shots, and he's hitting people's fingertips, and he's not hitting them. We're not going to be converting downs. So really, again, it just depends on how he plays, because if he comes out and they play to his strengths, and he is able to just grow and learn, then I think the team's going to be great. If he comes out and he's like Superman, then hey,
YTC, I know you're not 49er fan. Probably don't care less who. What?
I have no opinion right now, so you can move on.
Okay. Trying to read. I can't see this. What is? Props to my brother Corey Davis. CK.
Yeah, Rudy. Yeah, Rudy's here. Yeah.
CK is from Disneyland in Pirates.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. All right, that's cool. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Disneyland.
He's so hyped. Guess what, Rudy? We all picked against your team to lose this Thursday.
Oh yeah, they play tomorrow.
Yeah.
guys,
I'm
thanks
so
for having me
hyped.
on.
I'm so hyped. Thursday Night Football, Rams versus at SoFly Stadium.
Yeah.
I'll be there. Oh, he'll be in attendance. Got there.
Hey, thanks for having me on and stuff, guys, and
All
talk to
right.
you
All
guys
right, see
really
you,
soon.
Brian. All right,
All right, Brian.
yeah, take it easy.
Thank you for coming on our little channel.
Yeah, I'll be hosting that matchup tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm just getting everything ready for week 1. I'm getting a clock countdown for my channel. I'm just editing that right now for week 1. A 10-minute clock. For the pre-show, and then the actual game I'll have on my channel.
Okay. Let me see. Anything else?
I've been working a lot, on this clock and on week 1 graphics. I already got done with operational ticker and a scoreboard.
What?
Go ahead, Dave.
No, I'm just I'm double fisting here. I'm in the Dream is live, and what Raruna just picked us to go. How the hell do you spell his name? He just picked us to go 9-8. I'm asking him why.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I think he's a Jimmy fan.
I had 8 and 9 until Trey proved himself, but yeah.
Yeah, my thing with what Staley said. Hey, we all been saying that. We've been saying that all summer long. All season long, we've been saying. I've been asking the question, what if Jimmy take a pay cut and become Trey Lance's backup? And everybody said, hell no. Would not happen. Hell no. And I was thinking the same thing with them. I was like, nah. I can't see a man taking a pay cut.
He'll test free agency next offseason.
Yeah.
He's going to test free agency all season. That's what's happening in 2023.
But I just couldn't see him taking that pay cut. And I said, there's hardly nobody would take a pay cut. I said, Tom Brady wouldn't have did it for Jimmy.
Well, Jimmy had no choice. He couldn't find a job. So what happened was the 49ers granted him permission to seek a trade and, renegotiate a contract with other teams, and his agent couldn't find anyone who wanted him.
Mhm.
So we ended up saying, you know what, he makes a good backup, so we kept him.
Yeah.
Top of that, we'll get like a 3rd round compensatory pick when he leaves this next offseason. So,
Compensatory, yeah.
yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I wouldn't be shocked if my Giants picked him up in 2023. I've always had that in the back of my mind. If he tests free agency, and if DJ doesn't pan out and we're drafting another quarterback, and then he'll be our rich guy to develop the backup. It'll be another Trey Lance Jimmy situation with my team.
Yeah. Let me see anything else.
Oh boy.
I'm just editing the vision right now for the countdown with all the 32 teams in my cover. Since I cover all 32 teams on my channel with get play-by-plays and pick'ems.
Yeah.
Wow. So okay, well, Ruin It is picking us to lose to the AFC West, all 4 teams.
God
The
damn.
Bucks, the Dolphins. I don't see us losing to the Dolphins. Shanahan knows McDaniels. The coach in Shanahan knows he does not lose to.
He said he's predicting you to go 0-4 against the entire AFC West.
Yes.
You guys might actually beat the Raiders, though. I'll give you. You guys might actually beat the Raiders and the Broncos.
I mean, the Chiefs and the Chargers, you never know what's going to happen there.
The Super Bowl rematch.
We don't play the Chargers till later in the season.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The team will actually, will be going at that point, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
But, I could see us splitting that. I could see us splitting that 2-2.
I think you'll beat the Raiders still, but yeah, that's one of the teams I think you'll beat.
I have us losing to the Broncos. I'm going with was it Russell Wilson that
I think you'll beat the Chargers though. You guys could probably beat the Chargers and Raiders. Both teams and they go 2-2, yeah.
Yeah. See, I had us in that with Russell Wilson. I said, was it Russell Wilson? Was our bad luck charm?
Maybe.
In Seattle, or was it the coach?
Time's gonna tell. We're gonna have to find out week 2.
Yep.
That's all we can do at this point is wait. Thank God football is almost over. Currently, where I'm at right now, it's already technically football where I'm at. It's already Thursday.
Well, when it comes to Seattle, I think it was Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Holding a grudge against the Niners, which that typically don't work out for quarterbacks, but for him it did. Because we straight up, we picked Colin Kaepernick instead of him.
Mm-hmm.
So, he never came out publicly and said it. But I think he had a grudge going against him.
Oh, yeah. I saw this report come out for the Giants that we were interested in Russell Wilson at some point, but they backed out.
Well, look what Seattle got for him.
Guess what Seattle's going to trade? Allegedly, it was going to include multiple first-rounders, and we were going to swap quarterbacks, and that Daniel Jones would have went to Seattle rather than Geno Smith. But, a trade never panned out. That's what I read an article that came out today.
Yeah.
It would have been crazy if we had Russell Wilson on our team, but it is what it is.
Well, on top of that,
also the Saints were interested. We were part of that article with the Saints. So yeah,
dude, you guys had 2 early first-round picks thanks to Chicago stinking it up, didn't you?
No, I'm hoping we pan out with those. Yeah, with Thibodeau and Evan Neal. So yeah. Thibodeau's not playing week 1. They already say he's probably not expected to play, but I do reckon to see Evan Neal week 1, so I'm going to definitely be keeping my eyes on him. I'll be keeping my eyes peeled for that dude. Week 1.
Well, I'd like to thank you guys, for coming on here.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for coming on my little channel.
No problem, man.
Yeah, Corey, you know I'll be here.
Yeah. So I'm about to end it.
Oh, okay.
All right, buddy.
All right,
All right.
buddy. Take it safe. Yeah. Like to see y'all. See you too, David.
Yep. All right, Corey. You have a good night, buddy. Thanks
You
for having
too.
me on.
Go 49ers. In and out.